5 balls. So when I was 94, he was 4. He had 4 runs. That to bat and pat something, he got. And so as soon as I came in for lunch, but how did all these guys, only Don Bradman has done this 100 before lunch, why didn't you? I tried my best, but Dilip just wouldn't run, talking about run, remind me of a story, Yes. Later. Jeff Boycott.
Yeah.
Who was between Charlie and West, who was the more menacing?
The both. Charlie Griffith threw the ball. He was a chucker. And when a guy throws a ball, the ball skids at you. 100 miles, over 100 miles per hour. There were no time things those days. They were quick, really, really quick. The ball skid at you, and that made it more difficult too. And he threw the ball. His Yorker was very dangerous, And we had no one to give it back, so we got beamers. The beamer is full toss, straight on your face. It's over 100 miles per hour. It comes like an arrow. You can't. I forgot where I was now in my.
So this, how was your conversation with Dilip sir?
Nothing. It was nothing at all, But everyone was saying, why didn't you get 100 before lunch and all that? So actually, first ball after lunch, it was Gary Sobers changed his tactics. He brought land skips all morning, bounces and beamers, and suddenly coming and tossing the ball up. And I was all geared up for facing fast bowling. Thinking about the fast bowling thing. And suddenly this guy, and I recollect hitting him straight out of the stadium. The ball actually cleared the stadium, and I think it's still traveling. They never found it. That's how I got my 100. But it was interesting, those days, and it was nice from an Indian perspective that we were always called dour and sort of boring and all that, And I wanted to change that image. Look here, we Indians, I'm fiercely proud of being an Indian. I'm sure you all are. Although I live in England, my heart is absolutely, it hurt me during the Olympics I was watching. I didn't see they didn't show any Indians and all that. And there's a chicken guy in Venky's in Pune. Does anybody work for Venky's here? I think they're the biggest bloody idiots. They bought this Blackburn Rovers football club, and they have got such a bad name. And some of those Goras saying, oh, bloody Indians. My blood boils. They're calling my countrymen bloody Indians. Why? Because they have gone and bought this club and they're not doing anything for it. They want to convert it to a chicken farm or something. All sorts of rumors are being spread there. If somebody knows them, please tell them that their PR is absolute zilch, zero. And he's spoiling the name of us Indians, which is bad. I offered my services, I don't live far from Blackburn. I offered my services free of charge. And just for the sake of our Indian, they don't call us bloody Indians. They think that, look, we are, a nation to reckon with. And we are proud people. And we are very, very competent people. We're better than most of you guys, if not equal. So I'm trying to change that attitude. And people like Venky's come and spoil the name of India. And it's terrible that, The public relations has been absolute zero. Some guy with a ponytail, I keep on seeing him there, Firstly, I wish he'd go for a bloody haircut. But the thing is...
Luckily, you only have a photographer from the press and not a...
Listen, I don't give a shit. A chicken. No, that's not the thing. But they have given Indians a very bad name in England. And I wouldn't mind saying that publicly. Because it hurts me as an Indian. Why can't... They are a very successful operation. Why can't they improve the public relations of it? Why can't they? Surely they have paid millions of pounds to buy a football team. They've gone down from the Premier Division now. People say they'll never come up again. When you go down, you go down. But still, that PR, it's a very well supported club. All mostly Goras, from Blackburn, Bolton area and all that. But we can do so much to improve I can help them so much. And I know that without expecting anything. And I did offer, but never got a reply or anything. But it hurts me. As I said, we were talking about Indians. We are a very proud race. And if someone points a finger at us, it hurts. And that was we're talking about the run out, no? In cricket, before you ask me a question, do you have people you get along with and you don't get along with and all that? I never got along with one English cricketer by the name of Geoffrey Boycott. We always had a head-to-head collision. You know, firstly I played for Lancashire, he played for Yorkshire. I played for India, he played for England. So there was always that, not that we get along much better nowadays than in our playing days, you know, because as a commentator he speaks his mind and I like that. But he's not a bad guy actually now that I know him. But we during our playing days, we couldn't stand the sight of each other. You know, all complete animosity. I don't think I ever spoke 2 words to him or he to me. But he was walking down a lonely lane in Yorkshire. You know, if you play in Lancashire, I live in Lancashire, all lonely lanes in Yorkshire. We're a bit biased. He heard someone call him from behind. He said, Geoffrey, Geoffrey. Couldn't see anyone but a horse grazing in a field. So Boycott went to the horse and he didn't call him by any chance, did you? Don't look at me seriously, it's only a joke. The horse said, yeah, Geoffrey, I've seen you walk up and down this lane a few times. He said, I'm a damn good cricketer, but no one takes me seriously because I'm a horse. You know, no, Boycott is not stupid. He had a benefit game the following weekend, you know, a place called Ilkley. He said, why don't you come, I'll give you a game. He thought a horse would be a reasonable attraction, you know, he'll sell a few more tickets. So Boycott arrives at the ground, he sees the horse fully changed, limbering up, having a knock. He greeted, thanks for coming, what do you do? Bat, bowl, keep wickets? The horse said, I'm an opening batsman just like you, Geoffrey. I've developed myself on your lines, you know, you're my hero, you're my absolute, you know, I look up to you, you know, manta on tumhare, you know, you're my sort of God. And Geoffrey loved that because, you know, he normally called himself God. So he and the horse tried out to open the innings. He said, what number would you like, 1 or 2? The horse said, I always bat number 1. He said, so fair enough. He reached the crease. The bowler didn't know what to expect. Never bowled to a flipping horse in his life. Just took a couple of steps and bowled a loosener. But much to his surprise, saw the horse take a few hoofs down the track and played a magnificent cover drive for 4. The bowler thought that was a bit of a cheek, so next ball he took his full run up and ducked it in a bit short. But no problems for the horse, he leaned on his back hoof and sailed it out of the ground for 6. Third ball a straight 6 and, you know, tremendous over. Everyone's surprised, the horse batting so well. End of the over, Geoffrey's turn to bat. You know, he pushed the first ball towards cover point and darted off for a quick single. But much to his regret, he saw the horse leaning on his bat at the non-striker's end. And he's run out for 0. He was absolutely livid. He said, you stupid creature, why didn't you run? I'm the finest batsman in the world, people will come to see me bat, not a stupid horse like you. Excuse me, why didn't you run? The horse said, don't be silly, Geoffrey, he says. If I could run, I'd be an Ascot instead of messing about in your benefit game, he said. The run out.
Yeah.
You know Asad Rauf, who's been reading about him?
Yes.
What's happening? He's having an affair with some Indian girl. And they're denying it. You know, the bloody liar, he's got her in his arms.
Yeah,
You know?
21-year-old girl. 21 years old girl.
21 years.
He's a cradle snatcher. She's not your girlfriend, is she? You seem quite upset about it.
I'm upset about Asad Rauf. Like, I mean, he's one of the finest umpire and...
You think so?
I mean, few names, sir.
Yeah. He's obviously rated by the ICC. I was the match referee the first year in IPL.
IPL, yeah.
When Harbhajan slaps 3 sons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was right in the middle of it. And a lot of the certain cricket board people wanted Harbhajan to be banned for life. And I refused to do that. You know, I'm not going to ruin a young man's career. And so I wasn't asked again. So that's the story of my life, you know. If you believe in yourself, you do it, but anyway. So
cricket is a business.
so sorry, I was saying something.
Asad
Asad Rauf.
Asad Rauf.
So the story about this Pakistani umpire, you know, that, let's say Asad Rauf, for example, you know, he was in one of those negative moods where everything was not out, plum LBWs, caught behind stumpings, everything, clean board also. Not out. You know, in fact, Imran Khan, the Pakistan captain, told me the story himself. So it suited Pakistan because they were batting at that stage, you know. Everything was not out for them, they got a big score. Now they had to come to field, and they thought if Asad Rauf, for example, if he's in the same mood, the match is never going to finish, he's not going to get anybody out. So how can we get him to give some decisions? They all had a team meeting and decided, instead of the conventional appeal of how's that, They all decided to shout, "Where's